What's up, everybody? Brandon with LT Arms here. We're back with another update on Senate Bill 25-003. This is going to be a pretty quick update. There's not a lot to report on, other than it passed out of the Senate Finance Committee last week with a 7-6 vote. This week it moved on to the Appropriations Committee, passed out of there with a 7-4 vote, so it keeps passing, which is pretty much to be expected. We've noticed whenever this thing goes into vote or goes to, be talked about by any kind of committee in House or Senate, you can tell these people already kind of have their mind made up with what they're going to do, and it's already been decided on before they even vote or listen to any testimony. A disproportionate amount of people who testify are against this bill, which looks good on the surface because there's less people saying that they want it to happen than people saying they don't want it to happen, yet it passes every time. So they kind of have their minds made up on what they want to do, which is how this has gone in previous years. For the past few years, this has passed every single time, gone through the governor. The governor doesn't end up signing it, and we have people we know that work down at the Capitol in the governor's office. They don't think he's going to sign it again this year, but we've talked to other people who think that he is going to sign it. So we'll have to see where it goes and see what actually happens with it. There's a couple more steps before it makes it down to his office, though. The next step is the second reading on the House floor. And after that, there'll also be a third reading to follow and then a vote on the House floor. So if it makes it through the readings and the vote on the House floor, it will move back to the Senate for a committee review and a final vote in the Senate before it moves down the line to the governor's office. So hopefully it gets defeated in those steps. Maybe not, but we'll see what happens. We'll include the links we always do at the bottom in the description of the video. Get in touch with your senators, House reps, anybody in local government, and voice your opinion. Tell them how you feel about this, and that you don't think it's good for Colorado, and that you don't want to see it pass as a citizen, and how it violates your rights and things like that. But keep the arguments really logical and really civil, because we see a lot of people and they lead off with "you guys are commies" and "you guys are fascists," which, whether you believe that or not, a lot of people think that. That's not going to present you with a valid argument and give your argument any weight with these people. It's going to fall on deaf ears immediately as soon as they read that. I mean, you might as well just leave the rest of your message blank, because they're not going to listen to any of it if you start off by trying to offend somebody. Whether you like these people or not, I mean, you know how people are. People don't respond when you start off with vitriol like that right off the bat. So keep your arguments civil. Try and keep them logical, and actually explain in a civilized manner why you don't want this to pass and how you think it will hurt the state. There's a lot of people against it. Most people are presenting pretty good arguments. The Division of Wildlife has presented some pretty good arguments against it. The sheriffs have presented some great arguments against it. The county commissioners, but yet it still passes. Like we said, seems like their minds are already made up on this. Hit up those links, get in touch with them, voice your opinion, let them know how you feel. We're going to keep updating you guys when with what we hear. A lot of people don't really know what's going on with this. There's not a lot of information out there on the news or anything like that. You kind of have to follow people like RMGO or We the Second to even find out a little bit of information about this. I mean, those guys are down at the Capitol, and they're presenting arguments every time around, which is nice that we have somebody down there fighting for us, but they really need to hear from the people. So like I said, we'll keep you guys updated. Click those links, like and subscribe to the page if you want to keep getting these updates, and we'll keep providing them. I mean, and beyond this, we have a bunch of actually really cool content on the page that doesn't have anything to do with Second Amendment right violations. It has to do with the beauty of your Second Amendment rights. So yeah, give us a follow and check that stuff out. You might like some of it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys soon.